Yeah, a bit of fielding work, our batting, of course. I actually said on the morning of day 3, before that extraordinary hour or so, that we were in for proper. I said to the guys, let's make no mistake, this is proper Test match cricket. India had the better of us really for the first 2 days of the game. We were in for a real arm wrestle of a Test match. So it was amazing how things turned around. We know how good a team India is. We know that we've got to keep improving. I said last year, if we're going to become a great team, we have to get better at winning after we win. And people didn't quite understand that. But really good teams keep winning and winning, particularly when they're playing good cricket. So it's an area that we've addressed. We have to start well Boxing Day morning, and then be consistent, because India, we know, will fight back, as we saw in the first 2 days of the Test match in Adelaide. Yeah, well, first I'll be a pretty courageous man to change the 11 this Test match after the last one. So at this stage, it'll be unless something happens over the next few days, and they can happen in the world we live in, but we'll go in with the same 11, I'd say. And yeah, 30,000 is better than none. And it wasn't that long ago, probably a month or a few weeks ago, that we wondered whether we have a Boxing Day Test match in Melbourne. Every time I come here, I pinch myself. Being at the MCG, I've come here a lot, obviously, but it's just an amazing stadium. Boxing Day, there's so much hype about it. The boys love playing here. The Indians will love. A lot of them have dreamed about playing a Boxing Day Test match, and 30,000 is better than none. It's not the same as 90, obviously, but I'm sure the 30,000 who come in will certainly provide the atmosphere that we love about the Boxing Day Test match. Of course. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's whatever sport you play. If you take two of your stars out, I mean, Virat Kohli is one of the all-time great players. I think Shami is a real glue for the Indian bowling attack, because he's so miserly. He's very, very skillful. So of course it gives us an advantage, but it's not an advantage that we just know we've got to keep working hard on all the processes that we've been talking about for some time. We know we've got to start strongly on day one. We know we've got to keep the pressure on Rahane if he's the new captain of India for these next few Test matches, or this Test. So our processes don't change, but whenever you take the best players out of any cricket team, then of course it weakens them. That's just reality. So yeah, that gives us an advantage. Well, I'm glad I've got them in my side and not in another side, that's for sure. Outstanding. I mean, look, and the other thing is they're all great mates, so they love working together as a unit. And you often you rate a bowling attack by who's just on the outer, and you look at James Pattinson. I mean, he's a gun. He's a excellent Test cricketer. Got someone like Michael Neser, and we've got Sean Abbott here. We've got other young bowlers like Jai Richardson coming back from injury. So it's a fantastic attack. The guys know they've got to stay on their toes, regardless of how talented and how well they prepare. In past Australian teams, they had a Shane Warne to back up Glenn McGrath and Jason Gillespie, Brett Lee, very well-rounded attacks. And if you look at our attack at the moment, I mean, it's incredibly well-rounded. We've got a fast left armer. Mitchell starts bowling as fast as I've ever seen him at the moment. Pat Cummins is a superstar. Josh Hazlewood is like a Brownlow medalist. I've said when I got the job, I just can't wait to have Josh Hazlewood in my team, because he's so hard to get away, and he gets the fifers like the other day, due reward for him for all the work he does. So yeah, it's a great bowling attack, and I'm very, very happy that it's in the Australian cricket team at the moment. Well, yeah, we're very hopeful. He batted really well yesterday in the nets. He's moving well. He's enthusiastic as ever. I mean, he's got so much energy and passion for the game. So, and he'll be doing, as I said, for the last 3 weeks or so, he'll be doing everything possible to get back out into onto the ground. So, fingers crossed. He's having a bit of trouble running at full speed. When he gets that back and feels confident with it, of course, he'll come back into our team. So, we'll just monitor him regularly, and just fingers crossed he'll be back. It's not just for our team, but I think everyone loves watching him play cricket. So it's great for the theatre and the performance, the entertainment of Test cricket. So we'll welcome him back as soon as he's fit and ready to go. Oh, we've got selection conundrums every game, one way or the other. So Davey, he had a good hit yesterday. He's still a bit of a way off with his running. We know how dynamic he is. I mean, there's no one more dynamic in the game with his running between the wickets, with the way he fields. So he wants to make sure he's 100% fit for that, because he gets great energy personally, and as a group we get great energy out of that. But these things with selection, they have a funny way of working themselves out. Who knows? We can try and hypothesize as much as we want this far out, but my experience is that selection has a funny way of working itself out when it comes to the time you have to do it.